Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to be continuing attempting the Union Master event with the new stage that come out. So we are on stage 7 right now, which is the movie boss stage. And we're going to try and complete all the missions as usual. So the main one we have to complete obviously is using 3 movie boss category allies on the team. So let's hop into stage 7. Let's see what we can do. So I'm going to use the team that I have been using over here, which is the Gold Frieza and Gogeta team, with the movie boss units over here. There are 3 on this team. The leader does count as a movie boss unit because they are both movie boss and movie boss and movie heroes, apparently. Why this Golden Frieza is a movie boss character and this Golden Frieza is... Wait, did they move it to movie bosses? Yes, they did. Okay, right? The gripe with this character is that he doesn't have big bad bosses, which is like, that's the confusing part. Okay. But yeah, we're going to try with this team. As always, no support premies, no support items, and let's hop in, see what we're dealing with. Okay, so is that Kakken Goku from the Turtles movie, actually? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, no, it is Kakugo from the Lord Slug movie is what this is. Okay. What an interesting pick, if anything. The gods are going to come on this rotation, so that's actually going to be fine. Would even like this, I actually want to float off Broly to the other rotation then, if that's going to be the case. So we'll do this. I trust in Vegeta over there. Have decent amount of faith in him. This Goku is doing nothing. So usually, at least the pattern of this Union Master event, from what I've seen, is what should we call it? That the first, I was about to say, the first version of it is supposed to be easy and not that difficult. This is the first time that the Vegeta actually failed me. It's actually a bit shocking that he failed 2 dodges in a row. Okay. Well, this is the hindsight moment, faithing there. If I put Broly there, we would actually been 100% there. But hey, what you gonna do? I want to get my rotation set up perfectly. But yeah, no. So like you get like the 2 versions of the stage. One will require 3 of a category, the other one will require 5, and the preceding one is significantly harder with more mechanics than the prior one. 51 million for this Broly. Pretty good, actually. If we could do another super fast, we could end it here, probably. Let's just see if we crit here. No, even with the additional super, we won't be able to complete it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, no, we can't.
それではお見せしましょう。私の新たなる進化を。わかりやすく金色にしてみましたが、肝心すぎましたかね。安っぽいネーミングですが、ゴールデンフリーザとでも言いましょうか。
Okay, so I mean, we're here now. I'm actually gonna put the Asia Gold Freeze on slot 1 just so that we can get his hits off and see what we can do here. Throw off my Golden Frieza. Just because this one here will probably hit harder when we come back and activate his active skill. So we'll just do this. Main thing. Okay. We are below the health threshold actually. So we actually missed the chance for this Golden Frieza because he gets 300% attack when he's below the health threshold to activate his Earthbreaker, right? And that's a passive ability, right? And that you're supposed to use him in slot 3, where he gets all of his multiple buffs together, if anything, which makes sense.
そろそろオラとやろうぜ。
1対1にこだわってる場合じゃないだろう。
Okay. So now I don't really trust the auto farming Vegeta. We can just put him there in the last slot there. So, okay, so nullify is super attack ceiling. Oh yeah. So basic enemy is what I'm gathering over here. Okay, we'll put the God slot one. Just to stack up a little bit. We'll put Vegeta over here. I want to get some healing back, honestly speaking, and we'll do this to get a little bit more healing as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so actually, so funny enough with the previous events, even with the first, like stage 5, waiting when I did it, I actually didn't see how a normal guy that doesn't have any like really defense mechanics outside of like dodging would take a normal from these bosses there. Like, that's why I was quite surprised that 8 Vegeta took like, what, 400k? No, not 400k, sorry, I lie. They're waiting. It took a significant amount of damage per normal waiting. Because how much health do we have right now? Like, because we had like, what, 800k health? That's max there. So he essentially took 300ks or something. I saw 300k, but he probably took 200, right? No, he would have taken 300. Because we were so low on health, actually, at that point. But yeah, I think this, so nobody actually is talking about this 8 Vegeta that did come out as a side banning unit there. Everybody's kind of focusing on the EZAs, and I guess the side banning unit Brody that's EZA now, waiting there. But I think this Vegeta is actually pretty solid for the team as an orb changer, if anything, right? He has an interesting slot mechanic, which unfortunately not really drivable, but it ensures that basically every time you float him off, he's guaranteed to orb change because he'll come back on the preceding rotation in slot 1 and orb change for you. Then you put it back in slot 3 and then you do repeat the process, go on forward, right? And of course he is stacking defense, which, I mean, unfortunately not really good for the Festival of Battles event because you also need attack for that event, unfortunately. But something that can be worked upon and can be used. So not really gonna complain about that. What do we do here actually? Interesting. It makes more sense for me to just do this. Honestly. Yeah. Because we have 2 tech gold freezers running it down, so we don't need one on the rotation here. So let's just do this. Let's give away the support with Broly, which actually is very significant, and then the gold freezer there at the end. Okay. Nice. Yeah, wow, when you're below the health threshold for Golden Frieza, you lose all the damage in the world with him. He gets so much damage when he's above the 50% health threshold. And unfortunately, it is start of turn, I believe, that you have to be in. It's not mid-turn activation. Okay. Yeah, no. Maybe if I put Frieza in the middle slot, we would have finished him. Nah, we wouldn't have finished him because he's below the health threshold. His attack would increase that much higher with the Frieza links. We could have used active skill here to give us the win, but nah. Even that too, I think is a waste. That'll do one more turn of stacking, in my opinion. Nice. Right, so let's put the God Stock 1. How much defense they at? 1 million. Yeah, they should be able to survive normals now. Main thing. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're slowly healing up back to full, which is nice. Yeah, so by the time we get to the next fight, we'll be having the Dokkan attack, actually. Cool. Okay, on to the next fight. What do we have? We have Resurrection F Goku. I presume it is we're gonna fight the Vegeta side of this equation as well. Yeah, fairly so. So let's have a look and see what we're dealing with here. Yeah, Gold Freezer slot 1. Of course, we back up to our health threshold, which means that we can actually just put him there now. We'll do this with Broly to get the support in. We'll do this for a little bit more healing that we want. Okay, I actually forgot to check what the boss actually does. Damn, the dodge. Damn. So yeah, I'm still keeping, what is it, the defensive build on this Frieza, Beatty, just because of the fact that, like, yeah, you do lose out on the attack that he'll get with attack received. Yeah, but more importantly, I want him to just perform all the attacks, super attacks that he can to build up his defense. That's the main thing, in my opinion, that I want. Not necessarily the attack. The key is nice though, tell you that. 47 million. So this Broly's actually been pretty consistent on this team with the attack stat actually. Mostly because they designed the super easy units to be self-sustainable. Where the entire kit just can carry them by themselves, and then they either on top of that support the team, or they do some orb changing, or they do some shenanigans that actually does whatever. So I've been really satisfied with how they've been handling the super easy part of the game. All the none of the super easy I think I felt was actually no. There's two that I think that they hit and miss with. That was STR Gogeta and Janemba in Janemba. I feel those two. Janemba was a bigger miss in my opinion, because if you do not dodge, even if he takes the hit, he will still take damage on that hit. There. Gogeta at the very least is better in my opinion, because at the very least he's giving support on top of like him being competent. Yeah. So, but he has a cap of course, there, which I think was too low of a cap. Yeah, we'll carry on like this, Fate thing. We'll stack up with the gods. We'll actually get this. I'm trying not to. I think at this point we can try and avoid getting same type orbs as much as possible. Just because. Because yeah, we'll pop our active skills when we come back around. Actually, we'll start popping them with the Golden Frieza effects. Yeah. Cool. One thing I would say that this game really needs, actually, which also would help the Festival of Battles event as well, is probably a better speed up button there, or like maybe an animation skip, anything. Like, yeah, because with people who do like these multiple supers, it takes a while actually for the turn to actually resolve, just because of how much of shit is happening on the turn itself. Yeah, anything. Cool. Okay. Right. Technically, I still don't want to pop it right now, actually. I'd rather finish this rotation right here. Yeah, as it is. I'd rather finish this rotation right here as it is. And then pop the preceding turns there. Because this is not... I don't want to waste it right now. Of anything, whatever we have here. So let's carry on like this. Dokkan attack. Yeah, unavoidable, but hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, that Frieza's not fully built up yet there. Which he maybe now. All things considered. Yeah, so he's at 30 million over there, which, with the support of Brody, yeah, that's not fully built up on his own. Because I've seen him hit numbers by himself without support that's higher. Main thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what do we have here? Ooh, multiple opponents. Interesting. So what does this look like? Main thing. So we have saves attack reduction when a certain ally is present. Ooh, interesting. When a certain ally is present. Wait, hang on. Loses an attack when a certain ally is present. Gains defense when a certain ally is present. Okay, so you're defeating what is it? I guess, yeah, you defeat Vegeta first, then Goku. Because he will lose immediately you don't have the guy who's hitting hard anymore, and the Goku will lose the defense rating. So let's target the Vegeta first, I guess. Unless this Vegeta is super tanky, and we failed, prefer to make the right decision. Yeah. How much are the gods at? 1.3 million. Okay. No, we should be good here, still. Even regardless there. Vegeta, I trust the Vegeta over there at the end. He should be well off. It may evolve. Well, I mean, those are both of the. I should say. The cards of Resurrection F. Yeah, so it may just be these two guys left actually. Yeah, I don't think there's another phase after this point. Yeah. Oh wow, that's actually taking as little damage as possible. They probably have full boss health bars. That's why. That's probably why. Yo, that does mean though the preceding event is actually going to be much longer than I anticipated. Then. Cool. We should still be fine here, even with this Age of Vegeta over here. His stuff has ran out, but he still is in slot 2, so he's good. No lock or anything has occurred there, so nothing has interfered with us. You know, I think what would be also really good is if this. I actually forgot if the Vegeta actually gives support. I actually forgot. I need to check his kit. I know your op changes, but I actually forgot if he does give support. Ooh, let's see how much this is. Please let it be little as possible. Oh, she's 300k. Okay, yeah, this Vegeta needs to dodge. Normal will actually kill us here. Thankfully, he does get to do multiple supers. Yeah, which is actually kind of nice. He starts off really low though, which is actually quite concerning. Ooh, oh jeez. Okay, double digits. Okay, fine. Yep, now time to pop the after skills. This is what we discussed. We saved it for this turn. This is what it is.
このゴールデンフリーザの威力を思い知らせてやりましょう。
Okay, let's proceed then. Fate thing. I'm gonna give the full key to Golden Frieza there in the beginning, just because. The A will actually help us here with Broly because he can actually hit multiple people. So that's actually quite nice. Support will be given to as well, which will also help us. And then we'll just use Golden Frieza at the end over there to get some massive attack damage going in. Oh, jeez, he dodged. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna start floating off this Age of Golden Frieza soon, if the event is lasting this long. We can still lower attack and defense on these people, if I remember correctly. They're not immune to the stuff yet. Oh well, the Vegetas you can lower defense, not attack. Okay. Oh god, the Golden Frieza is dodging. I mean, he does the super. This one here should still be nothing. Or at least like 70k? Nothing. Okay, good. Thank you. The Vegeta did lower attack, which is concerning. Yeah. The Frieza just missed 2 major attack buffs there. He does 2 attacks, which is kind of bad. That's the problem with the, I guess, like, when building this unit there, because my opinion, I would rather build it dodge-wise to maximize the Gogeta side. Because there's a certain point whereby you cannot stay in Golden Frieza anymore. And you have to go into Gogeta. Like, it's impossible. Yeah. So that's why I'd rather bank on actually trying, like, putting dodge into the character rather than, like, additionals or crits. Main thing there. Cool. Okay, so we got a lot of active skills to pop here, actually. So let's actually get this out of the way then.
これがスーパーサイヤ人ゴッドを超えたパワーだ。
かかってこい、遊んでやる。
かかってこい。これが最強のフュージョンだ。地獄へ送り返してやる。一丁行くぜ。
Oof, we almost finished it with just the actor skills on this turn. Yeah, no, that's actually pretty impressive to actually see. But yeah, no, that should be it for this this turn. I mean, definitely, though, unless this Goku just starts dodging, bait thing. You like the Super us? Nope, can't do it. How much you at? 81 million for this Gogeta, with the actor skill goes support for Asia Gogeta. Wow. And he had like about, what is it, 4 more supers to come way through? Yeah, no, so that rotation, if you get that Gogeta rotation, which is, it essentially is a Gogeta rotation. If you get that whole rotation to be like that, it's such a powerful rotation that very little can survive that there. Alright guys, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to be continuing with the Union Master event. So we are hopping out to the last stage of this event, which is the one that requires 5 movie boss category allies on the team. This one here is probably going to be the most difficult one, in my opinion. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to run this team. Of course, the movie boss team, older than the movie hero team. You notice that I do not actually have the side banner Easier Brody on here. Is because I still have yet to farm his medals, faithing, and I don't think it says safe to pause to go farm his medals for this team, because we do have at least Tech Broly and Jin Nemba, who's kind of competent. So we'll sub them in along with the new units, and we'll try and see how we can make it work. So as usual, we're gonna complete all the missions in one go. No support remedies, no support items. And yeah, let's hop in. All right, so let's see what are we dealing with here actually there, because yeah, well, hint over here, I'm doing this fight practically a day after the other fights. So it's kind of going to be kind of revealing to see how I remember these. That Kakagoku I remember hits actually does very hard normals, so just have to be careful.
それではお見せしましょう。私の新たなる進化を。わかりやすく金色にしてみましたが、肝心すぎましたかね。安っぽいネーミングですが、ゴールデンフリーザとでも言いましょうか。
Okay, we have Asia Golden Frieza on the rotation with us, waiting. So I'm going to keep, of course, the Tech Golden Frieza with us over here. Let's actually see that the bosses are actually going to get like increased stats, but of course new abilities in this fight. So we're just going to have to pay attention to see what each guy does. So over here, this guy Goku doesn't seem to do anything, but he may hit really hard actually. So do we want to actually play it safe and just actually use our active skills? I think we can actually, now I think about it. Like it's probably for the best case scenario, honestly. Yeah, let's probably just play it safe and let's actually use our active skills here. Yeah, so not much attacks, but well, I want to see if we can blitz through this event, if anything, and try and not get caught up with a lot of shenanigans that may prevent us from proceeding. So let's see how much we potentially are going to get hit for here. Super attack immediately. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, no, we're still good. Yeah, Brody's sitting above 40 million actually really helps the damage on this team. Not gonna lie. And the support that he's giving to as well. The 2-turn support, mind you. That also will tie in with the Tech Broly support when he comes around. So next turn, we are effectively getting like, what is that, 50% support on the next rotation with that Brody Tech Broly slot 1. Along with this Broly's 2-turn support. I believe so. Like, it's actually quite insane to think of like how much more powerful this team has become just in the span of like weeks, if anything. Of course, I still believe. Oh, he's just supering all the time. Okay. Okay, maybe it was necessary, if anything. Maybe it was necessary to actually pop the active skills. We're probably gonna pop it again next turn, all things considered. We are loading attack and defense, which does help us here, which I really like. Even though like the applicability of loading attack and defense is niche in boss fights in general, even though a lot of the recent boss fights have been designed around lowering attack or lowering defense, I really like it.
Yamero Broly! Yamero!
Yeah, what a interesting has to say idea. Yeah, so like Brody, what was it? Because it's slot 1, he gives what was it? Yes, 60. Oh no, he gives 60% attack and defense support regardless of which slot he is in. Yeah, so that tie-in would go. There is 80% support just floating over here on this rotation. That's actually pretty insane to think about. And then what is it? Yeah, he has a 90% reduction in slot 1, which technically we don't really need in our case there. So yeah, of course we'll pop the Gold Freeze's active skill again, because I think it is quite unnecessary now. considering this turn. We may just finish it with Vegeta over there in the beginning, either way, I believe. But I mean, regardless, we can just carry on like this is normal. We'll leave Tech Brody here on this rotation. Ideally, I want to get the STR Brody over here on this rotation, actually. Because then he can get all the Brody links with this guy. And a Gold Freezer actually works really well with Janemba. Because, like, you'll put Gold Freezer slot 1, Janemba in slot 2, they'll build up, and then you kind of eventually delineate Janemba at slot 1, depending on how you feel. Of course, he's not like a modern unit, but he can competently, I think, tank some of the numbers of the lesser bosses. Not to the level of Goku Black as Zamasu, but hey, we can make it work regardless. Okay, so he doesn't super attack all the time. It's just very seldomly he does. That's fairly interesting. Okay, that's the first boss down of contention. Now it's the Trunks that we have over here. And so we get to see what he does for us. This rotation is stacked, by the way, actually. It's very hard for us to fail here. So open Gold Freezer slot 1. Cannot be stunned, cannot be sealed. And -4 key. Aye, yeah, that 4 key actually hurts this team very much so, actually. So maybe what we can do, let's do this. Unfortunately, Gold Freezer is not going to be able to super, so we'll lose some of the stacking because he still needs to super to build up his for his defense. He needs to super, so you haven't changed that really. And then we'll do, I guess, this for Brody there at the end. Yeah. So for Brody, get him there with the other Golden Freezer, with the other Brody. Get those links up so that when Tech Brody transforms, we have our slot 1 and slot 2 powered up for when it needs to happen, essentially. Can you give us one more super? Nah, okay, it's fine. We are practically safe there. 90% damage reduction with guard. Nothing in the game. The most invincible unit in turn 1, actually. Like, the strongest defensive unit in turn 1, bar none. Like, it's not even close. Alicia's Janemba will be able to build up. Quite decently so. Yep, even attacks still count, that's why I like that Janemba. Bro, what are you sitting at? 42 million, yeah. It's unfortunate that this LR Brody does not have big bad bosses. It would have helped the situation so much more if they gave it big bad bosses, but I kind of understand with him sitting at 42 million and effectively being a support. Like, that seems too much, even in our case. Yeah, we're gonna pop the Gold Freezer active skill again, in my mind. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this to get the key spheres to work towards a Dokkan attack of some kind. And we'll do this main thing. Okay. Yeah, so kind of the rotation start off kind of mixed up there, but we almost there now. We practically, like, from the next one onwards, we should be aligned with our rotations, and shenanigans should not unfold for us, to say the least. Yeah, 48 million. That's with only 3 attacks at the very least, with the 80% support that's just been floating around from the 2 Brolys combined. Ooh, nice! We got the additional super from the hidden potential system. We're probably also gonna pop the Tech Gold Freezer active skill next turn as well, just because we can. We'll do this. It's just such an easy thing to do, actually, and the fact that it's available turn 1 if you have the right amount of Wimboss people is just actually insane. One nice thing, at least, about this mission that I would mention, right, is that, like, for both of these missions, they kind of designed it for this Gold Freezer and Gogeta, right? Because if you look at the active skill stuff, like, with the active skill for Gold Freezer, you require 4 more Extreme Class allies on the team, right? Which both missions kind of accommodate, anything there. And the other one actually doesn't. the one where you require 5 movie hero category allies on the team, you will have 3 extreme type allies on the team, including the friend lead. So you would have enough to trigger it here. But I believe the other one, there is enough where if you go to Gogeta, where there's 3 or more superclass allies on the team. Waiting there. Actually, no. That one day you will be able to trigger too. Never mind. I'm talking shit there. I was more thinking about actually, I think this part of the passive itself. Yeah, where there's another movie heroes or movie bosses category ally attacking the same turn. Yeah. So I think I was thinking more of that on those lines, and not really the stuff that we just talked about here. I mean, we could do this actually just to get more damage output because the other guys are not getting hit. This Janema, unfortunately, wait, because he still builds up. Let's just see here. Yeah, he gets the additional attack in slot 2. That's the thing, right? That's why you want. But his build up is now untied to the different slots. He can build up at anywhere, at any slot. So we just do that. Not that we need it here. I think we're just gonna finish the fight right here, honestly speaking. And we got the massive Lineage of Evil links that are hitting us up there with that Golden Freezers. Those two as a pair is very interesting, right? Like, if there was an equivalent version of Vegeta and Trunks, the LR, that EZ8, in the extreme type form, in movie boss form, that running these two together and seeing how far they can go will actually be really interesting. Of course, the Angel Gold Freezer will taper off much more harshly, like Festival of Battles, right? Because he'll drop down to, 30% damage reduction, and he won't have the guard anymore. But I think with at least the Tech Golden Freezer, it'd be very interesting to see how far he can go, and the Gogeta side of him. Yeah, 48 million. Keep in mind, that's actually a good point of reference, right? The other Golden Freezer, right, was at 48 million with 3 attacks and the support. This is my Golden Freezer that received more attacks and without support reached the same number. So that support is significant, very much so. So of course we're gonna keep it like this. Waiting, I see no reason to change it. We'll cheat out the one turn with Tech Broly over here to save us. Waiting, I don't have a fear of STR Broly there to sell us. Waiting, and Vegeta's not in harm's way, so we can just actually delegate him to the sidelines. Actually, so like I know this is a 2-phase fight over here. So this is probably a basic fight. They don't do anything special. But when we get to like the Goku and Vegeta, it's probably gonna be like something like a prototype version of like the what is it, like the Goku Black Zamasu fight and the Blue Goku Vegeta fight and the other event. So we just have to keep an eye out on that actually, so that we don't just get murked. Yeah. 58 million. Actually, yeah, I forgot. This Tech Brody is giving 60% support. That is this Brody with that 60% support with the Brody links up. Wow, that's like 80 to 90. That's close to 90 million. Oh, yeah. I'll take that. A 90 million like damage turn for the guy with support and very competent in defense. I will take that actually. And of course, we have this guy aura farming at the end here for us. Like, I just wish his numbers were bigger. It's kind of like, how should I say, like barbaric to like say that, because yeah, of course, he's not designed to be that type of person. But it's just like, yeah, you know what? Just give him the numbers, boy. Come on, just give him the numbers. What I want to do actually is, I am not going to use the Tech Golden Freezer's active skill here. I'm going to save it for when we get to Goku and Vegeta, the phase, where it's more prescient there. So we'll keep it like this, and we'll build up, focus to build up Janemba, if anything. And then the Golden Freeze over here can just sit there and probably tank some stuff pretty decently. Yeah. Oh, nice. You tried to super fast. No, thank you. You forget, you're at the beginning of the movie, Goku. You can't touch this Frieza yet. You have to wait. What is it? What is it, like an hour in the movie or something? An hour or 30 minutes of them fighting, the Golden Frieza start to taper off there. Which is such a, that movie, or at least the bringing back Golden Frieza was at the time such a controversial thing. Because a lot of people, I know a lot of people didn't like Frieza. They wanted, like, I'm going to be honest here, right? Frieza is the best villain that they could have brought back for a story thing. I'm just gonna be frank. People just want Cell back because they want Gohan back in the picture somehow, and they like the Gohan picture. Cell has no depth as a character. He just is a tournament. He just loves a tournament fight. And then Majin Buu, which thank God they didn't bring like Kid Buu back and do whatever, because they deserved all of that Buu stuff for Daima, and they opened that up more lore-wise, which I actually pretty like that. And then the other DB villains doesn't even come close to those three in terms of like recognition. So I think Gold Frieza was the best pick to actually bring back and to kind of run one for the rest of the series, because he's pivotal to the core arc of the story of Dragon Ball, right? And I think he's a very interesting character to develop from being this kind of like prideful emperor that never really a prodigy that never really needed to train or to fight anybody or show his power, to now wanting to show power, wanting to train, and wanting to fight just to assert dominance on people. Like, it's interesting to me. Yeah, we're gonna actually transfer to Tech Brody now. There's no reason there. So, hopefully when we get into the Goku Vegeta phase, by the time this Tech Brody's transformed phase's premium defense mechanics run out, we'll be popping the Golden Frieza, the Tech Golden Frieza's active skills there. But yeah, let's transform. Okay, well, here we are. Tech Brody. Been a long time since I've seen you. What are you doing here? Fuck, you know. Wrong era, Brody. Just so. This is actually a very interesting rotation. Decent Brody links active right now, at the very least. With the support of this Brody. This is a very powerful rotation. If this Tech Brody was of current era, modern era kit, it would have been actually, this would be pretty devastating for the boss, I would imagine. Yeah. This will do nothing to us. Never mind, you did something. Yeah, but I keep forgetting Tech Brody is quite old. And that is with him at the 70% damage reduction threshold. What is it, 75 or 76% damage reduction with guard in slot 1? So yeah, and he's under the 250% lead, so no excuse for him. That does mean that it becomes that much scarier when he loses that damage reduction. Okay. Ah, damn. Well, I mean, we are going to finish it next turn regardless there. I think between the Gold Frieza and Janemba, we'll be able to finish it. This Gold Frieza, of course, he's just going to sit there for a while, building up defense. Eventually, we'll be able to switch to Gogeta and see what needs to be. Fine enough, actually, hold on. Yeah, he won't be able to activate the active skill, but he'll be able to always have his passive up, yeah. I was just thinking, yeah, the active skill kind of is hard to do with this team if you're running the missions. Okay, so running like this with the Gold Friezas. We'll do this. And we'll do this. Save the Dokkan attack. Yes, beautiful. Okay, good. We at, what is this, 7% damage reduction here? Or 80? I forget. What turn number this is? Turn 4. So we are at... Wait, turn 4? Wait, 1, 2, 3. I cannot count. Okay, no, we started with the Brody rotation. That is what that means. Okay. So yeah, this Gold Freeze is an 80% damage reduction right now. Yeah, it means. Because every 2 turns he loses 10% damage reduction, which, thank God they adjusted it to that. Like, man, at least he can cook now. Just remember, I don't believe he's fully built up. I have to check how many attacks he's done. He needs, what is it, 3 to fully built up? So, for him, he just needs attacks. Okay. Okay, time for Brody-sama to get his premium buff effect. We will... Okay, actually, let's have a look at these guys, right? So Vegeta deals 100k damage per turn, cannot be attack load, cannot be stunned. He can be sealed, which is quite interesting. Minus 100% attack with a certain ally is present, right? Then the Goku disables defense reduction, so his attack can be low, cannot be sealed, but can be stunned. And he has 100% defense without allies present. So, yes, of course, the mode is still the same. We have to defeat Vegeta first, because then everybody loses their edge. So I'm debating more of the Golden Freeze at the end, whether he can actually tank the stuff or not there. Because I think it may be time to switch into Gogeta mode. What do you think? So let me actually... Let's first pop the Broly's active skill, because we need his premium buff now. And let's see. Let's actually check how much his defense is. 300k. Yeah. So let's see.
どこへ行くんだ？お前と一緒に避難する準備だ。一人用のポットでか？
Okay, Broly-sama is ready, me think, to conquer in some form. So let's do this. Let's do this at the very least. Yeah, I don't need... he doesn't get anything at 24 key, does he? Actually. No, he doesn't. Okay, so I can leave him here. Because what I'm thinking, what I want to do now is actually transform... switch to Gogeta. Save the Gold Freeze active skill for now. But I think Gogeta will actually be better for this turn right now, because that's guaranteed dodge, right? Because he gets how much per orb? 5% of anything, right? So technically 7 will give him what's it? 30 am I counting that right? Actually, yeah. 7 orbs will give him, what is it? 35% dodge, is that correct? I feel like my math is not mathing correctly. Yeah. I don't think my math is mathing correctly there. But regardless though, I think it'd be better for Gogeta, and then we'll save the Gold Freezer active skill for a bit later. Because this Broly is still invincible right now, especially after the active skill that is here. Because he does have this, where's this line actually? As the first attack of the turn, he gets 200% defense when attacking. Nah. Where is it? Hang on. Before attacking, excuse me. Before attacking, right? The guard is permanent in stop 1, which is great. Yeah. Yeah, let's use Gogeta over here. And the Dokkan attack will help us here quite significantly. Well, it should. How much we deal with here? Please don't stun me. Okay, good. He did lower attack, I believe, right? I think he lowered attack. I think he did lower attack there. I forgot what was the sign that lowered down anything. But yeah, we'll see if we can actually kill some people over here. We got multiple AoEs on this rotation, funny enough there. Because yeah, this is an AoE. And then the STR Broly's gonna do an AoE. Yes! Lovely. These will come here to this stuff. Nice. Then STR Broly over here is going to do his stuff. I think, yeah, so Vegeta already super attacked, so we good. We actually pretty solid over here on this rotation. So I'm pretty sure this one rotation we can actually just finish off, whatchamacallit, this Vegeta with the Gogeta at the end there. Yep. How much is Gogeta at? Yeah, 49, effectively 50 million, right? Because the nice thing about this STR Broly is that he's still giving the support to this Gogeta, because Gogeta is an extreme class ally. So it actually works very well. Like, I feel like the team is like rounding out very nicely. It's just that we're still missing like 2 years. I don't have the new Broly, so of course he would contribute a lot to this team. But I feel like even the team is still missing like one movie hero unit or one movie boss unit more to round it off at a nice, neat modern package. Yeah. Nice.
何ですかあなた。
俺はゴジータ。悟空とベジータが合体したんだよ。
Cool. I actually have not seen Janemba's thing in a very long while. Actually. I actually have not seen it. You know what? Let's use Janemba's thing. Yeah, why not? I actually haven't seen it. Let's use it. So I mean, unfortunately, it's not a modern like transformation, of course, right? Because he does have in his kit the premium thing where he gets 60% attack. He's a nuker in this kind of form over here, right? But it is a rage form mechanic, so it's not gonna, after the first turn or the first attack, you're not gonna deal that much damage to the boss. But at least it saves a turn of doing, like, it gives you a turn of invincibility. Yeah. Let's see actually his numbers, because you actually see the true numbers. Yeah, 3.7 million. Okay. Yeah, 3.7 million this boss is here. Probably the Vegeta was, Vegeta would have skyrocketed to something higher than that, if that was the case. Yeah, no, you see the Janemba, after that first attack, he does nothing if you don't have the orbs for him. And like, unfortunately, like, he changes everything to physical, but then he does it like, it kind of hurts you because it just randomizes the field after that from whatever the game wants it to give you. If you get a good roll, then of course you get a really high attack stat, but nah. Okay. I'm just thinking right now what to do. What do you think? Is it actually better to just go into Gogeta? Or not? Nah. My feeling is to use the Tech Gold Freezer active skill here, actually. That's my feeling. The Janemba should be fully built up. Yeah, he's done his attacks, right? So he can go anywhere at this point. Let's use the Tech Gold Freezer active skill here, just to get out of the way, right? Then the next proceeding turns will use Gogeta, if anything, and see how he fares. Okay. Janemba. I can't necessarily give you... I mean, that's full. Anything, yeah. Let's try and max out key over here. Golden Freezer now is on turn 5, anything, for himself, right? So, every 2 turns, he loses 10% damage reduction. So, he's effectively now still at, whatchamacallit, 70% damage reduction, right? The guard is gone, which is only for 1 turn, which is actually quite nice because it's meant to help you deal real good. The defense for the first 3 turns is gone as well. So, but you notice that he's at 1 million defense right now, which is actually quite surprising. 1 million defense with 70% dash reduction ain't that bad in consideration, right? I mean, after a while, of course, it's gonna taper off there. And he has this ability right now, which is why we're putting him in slot 2, because he gets. I think this Yeah, that 100% attack and defense he gets from the 5th turn from start of battle as second or third attack of the turn. That only activates when the turn is locked in. So we can't actually see that number. Wait, we only see it when the turn starts. If that's how I imagine it to be. Yeah, we can't actually see it. It has to lock. The turn has to start for it to actually show it. Yeah, so let's see if we can see the number. Janemba should be fine here. Actually, no. Everybody's fine here. No, nobody's getting attacked. Tegor Frieza is the one getting attacked right now. Cool. 45 million. Wow. And he can still go higher. Because he can still do that, what you call it? The extra 100% attack and defense from the 7th turn onwards, Faithing. Yeah, so like this Gold Frieza turns into a damage dealer after a while, Faithing. And you want to run him in like slot 3. Yeah, like look at it, like, I mean, of course, this guy needs to get attacks to build up his attack, but just the fact that like this Age of Gold Frieza is outdoing this guy is pretty insane. Cool. So here now it's a bit of a danger zone, right? Because now is the concern of this guy, whether he can actually tank stuff or not. Unfortunately, I do want to still run him there because he gets the guard in slot 1 and a lot of his stuff in slot 1, right? We don't need the additional super attack, to be fair. Waiting. Actually, no, that being said, hold on. Yeah, because he will interrupt that attack in the middle, so he's out of danger regardless there. So, you know what, let's do it like this. Waiting. Because STR Brody will definitely attack it better than this Tech Brody. Just purely because, even though he doesn't have the guard, he has the 206% defense when receiving an attack, right? Like, that thing is super powerful. Do not underestimate that, if anything. Like, it is a very good ability. So yeah, this should be it, actually. I presume so, actually. There should be enough damage to go around on this one single rotation. Yeah, 51 million. Like, when he's next to, like, a Saiyan Brody character to get all those Saiyan links up, like, it's actually pretty insane numbers this guy could dish out. For a super easy unit, mind you. But, of course, new units would jot out, like, hundreds of millions of damage. Okay, let's see this. This is a 3.7 million super. Wow, okay. Nice. I mean, to be fair, we did lower the attack from Golden Frieza, I believe. Actually, this guy's defense can only be lowered. He can't lower his attack. Yeah, so that's actually quite interesting. Yeah. But yeah, so like, actually, this worked better than I thought it would. Of course, you can't make this work in the very difficult events. I don't think your Tech Broly will probably sell you out. Janemba is not strong enough to tank the normals themselves, but at least here, they could do fine. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And as always, I shall catch y'all next time. Peace.